Dougie at 2.5 was speaking in full sentences. He seemed like a typical child and then regressed over about a 6-month period. So we felt like it might be a phase he's going through. So we were a little skeptical at first with the diagnosis, but then we realized when we went back and looked at all the things he had been doing, we realized there was definitely a problem.
It definitely hit you hard, because, and we were a young couple too. I mean, you figure you're going to get married, everything's going to go well, you're going to have children, they're going to grow up. And when this happened to Dougie, it just didn't really fit into what we thought was supposed to happen.
I mean, back when Dougie was diagnosed and we were trying to figure everything out in the late 90s, there weren't very many foundations or organizations or places to turn.
When Doug ended up signing in Buffalo, he got a signing bonus of $25,000. And at the time, Jim Kelly was the quarterback in Buffalo, and his son Hunter had Krabbe's disease. And Jim had a foundation named after his son. And we wanted to donate Doug's signing bonus to Jim's foundation. And somebody actually just made a suggestion saying, why don't you start a foundation for autism in Dougie's name? And, we kind of looked at each other and thought about it and thought, maybe that is something we could do.
Game on the line. Here's Flutie rolling out, and he is in for the touchdown. Doug Flutie rolls out and in for the touchdown.
He got the Flutie Flakes, and we were using that to donate the proceeds to the foundation. And because his career just took off, the Flutie Flakes just flew off the shelves. You couldn't keep them on the shelves. The awareness of our foundation just took off like wildfire, and it just went well beyond our expectations. So that's kind of how the whole foundation got started.
The numbers are clear that it's gone from 1 in 10,000 in the 1980s. In 2005 is 1 in 250 children. And since 2002, there's been a 78% increase in the incidence of autism. Clearly, it's one of the leading disabilities in children.
Our goal is to help families. We do very little in research. We want to make sure that individuals with autism get the services, education, advocacy, and recreational opportunities that they deserve.
The #1 mission of our foundation is to take some of the burden off the disadvantaged families that don't have the money to provide for their children with autism and give them all the services they need.
So I was on a very limited budget, and I knew I had to do some things to, that's going to help her in life. So one of the things I did was to get her, she's at Longy School of Music. She does about 6 different courses there, and she goes from 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock on Saturdays. And it's very expensive, and without the Doug Flutie Foundation, she'd never be able to go.
In addition to our annual grant cycle, where we give out close to $400,000 a year, we have several local programs that we do sponsor. And our goal is to really fill that gap and meet the needs of families and provide them with different opportunities that they wouldn't have a chance to.
Neshoba Learning Group, which is an autism school in Bedford, Mass. They use the funds from the foundation to build a gym for the students, and it has treadmills and it has bikes for the older students, and they love it.
Just seeing how the support from the foundation directly positively influences families is something that we've borne witness to over and over again, and it's a source of pride and really a moving thing to be involved with.
Another advantage to working with the Flutie Foundation is that the money goes back into the community directly. Very limited overhead. I know from working with them, everything is about getting money into the hands of the people that need it most to take care of a child with autism.
We have a lot of folks chasing the science, and I think that's terrific, but very few who really interact on a person-by-person basis, and the work that the foundation does for me is really, really critical, and it's a foundation for me around that community service.
Our goal is to continue to be able to increase the amount of grants that we give out each year, whether that's through other nonprofit organizations or improving or increasing the services.
When Dougie was born, of course I named him after his father, and somebody said to me, wow, why did you do that to him? Why did you name him after his father? Those are really big shoes to fill. But I stopped and I thought about it, and I'm thinking, oh geez, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And the way things turned out now, I honestly believe it was meant to be. Where Dougie's name is Doug Flutie Jr., I think because of Doug's celebrity status, it's really brought a lot of awareness to our foundation. And now I'm proud that I named Dougie after his dad.